right, now scallops can be a little intimidating, but they're actually quite simple to prepare if you know how to do them. So here to show us how to grill the perfectly delicious scallops, welcome Michelin 2-star winning chef, Josiah Citrin. Welcome back, Josiah.
Welcome back, Josiah.
Thank you.
Awesome to have you.
Awesome to be here. Thank you.
So this is one of the recipes in your new book, Charcoal, New Ways to Cook with Fire, right? Now, charcoal is so nostalgic. Cameron and I were just talking about how much we love grilling with charcoal. Why is it so great?
Well, the first thing is what you just mentioned is because it's so community. It builds community. Everybody likes to be around a fire, talking, cooking, and it brings back memories.
Yeah, specifically that
memories.
smell.
It really does.
It brings back memories of when you were a kid or hanging out at a neighbor's house or a friend's house, Memorial Day barbecues. So that's the first thing I love about charcoal. And then I think it gives a great flavor to food, and it's really fun to cook with. And I want to have a restaurant that was all about everything came from charcoal. From, there's a margarita that has charcoal in it.
Oh, wow.
The midnight margarita, to everything is somewhat, eggs Benedict, the hollandaise has charcoal in it, so it's a black sauce.
And charcoal's good for you.
It
A
is.
certain kind of charcoal is
Listen,
very
it's
good
true.
for you. It's
Say
good
the
for
margarita,
digestion.
The margarita, you get to tox and detox at the same time.
A lot of detox. A lot of detox.
Look
That's
at
right.
that. All right, so we are going to make these beautiful scallops.
All right.
And it starts with a great scallop.
Yes, you have to get a great scallop.
How do you find one?
So you want to go to the, a really good fishmonger around the area. There's very few around, but you want to find the best ones. Choose the scallops that are very whole, nice round, not torn apart, but they have to smell sweet like the ocean.
Oh, really?
They should not smell fishy at all.
Okay. All right.
Sweet, right?
Very
Sweet like
sweet.
the ocean.
Well
now,
done.
are they
Well
always
done.
this big?
This is like a jumbo scallop. This is
Okay.
probably like a U12 size, so that would be 12 in a pound.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna grill these on the grill. One great tip is that we're gonna brush them lightly with mayonnaise.
Why mayonnaise?
Mayonnaise is so they don't stick and they don't flare up. When you put olive oil on them, they're gonna flare up, right?
Yeah, that's true. That happens.
When you mean flare up, you mean with the flame?
The flame.
The flame comes up, whereas
So-
mayonnaise does this functions the same way,
Yes.
but prevents that flare. Oh,
and
that's
it's not
great.
going to flavor them at all?
It's very light and it cooks right off.
Could I do this with anything else? Could I do it with
Yes.
my salmon?
Salmon, any fish,
How about
halibut,
that?
anything that sticks. So we're gonna
What a
sprinkle
good
a little
idea.
salt over. You want to always
Nice
sprinkle your salt high when you sprinkle salt.
Oh, I thought that was just for show.
So it disperses out.
It looks
evenly.
great on Instagram.
It does, but Instagram's, no, we don't need to do the Salt Bay thing, but just so it disperses evenly. So we're gonna
Okay.
turn these over and
And do the same thing on
with
both
the
sides.
mayonnaise, yes,
Now, when you're
lightly.
cooking scallops on a grill, when I cook them inside in a pan on the stovetop, they can go from delicious to suddenly an eraser.
Rubbery.
Does the same thing happen
Same
on
thing
the
on a grill.
It does. Okay.
Really need to be, with scallops, we really need to, it's like a 2.5 minute, 1 minute. 2.5 minutes on one side, 1 minute on the other.
And before you actually put the mayonnaise on, you want them to be very dry, correct?
Very dry. You want to dry them really well. A lot of moisture will stop them from caramelizing.
Oh.
Those are all really good tips, for somebody who may not be that familiar
And
with grilling scallops like myself.
Right, and I think a lot of people are intimidated. They think they can only get scallops at a fancy restaurant, but clearly you can make this at home at your barbecue.
I'm going to try it.
Exactly,
I think
they're
I'm going to
great.
try. I keep saying that, but it's true.
I
So
love
now that we've
scallops.
got those all on the grill, I think we should
Yes.
start making the sauce. This is amazing. It starts with a little bit of carrot juice, right?
Yes, carrot juice. So we're gonna add some carrot juice. This is a great sauce. Carrot juice. We're gonna add some lime juice, lemon juice,
Yummy.
honey, some honey.
All good things.
Honey,
I mean,
all
look at
good things
this,
for you, all
everybody.
good quality. It's always important to buy the best product you can.
Yeah.
It is not possible to make delicious food with not great ingredients.
Right.
And here we have tamarind. So
Tell me about
tamarind
this.
is I found this in Central America, in Costa Rica. And it's the first time I experienced back in the 90s. And it is a very tangy, delicious flavor. I'm sure you've had the tamarindo drinks,
Sure,
Mexican
yeah.
drinks, but it's delicious. And it goes really nice with the scallops. The sweetness of the scallops with the char of the grill and that tanginess against the sweet carrot.
How did
Really
you even think to
delicious.
come up with this sauce? I would have never thought to put carrot sauce with a scallop.
It's just one of those things you're thinking, and what can we do? That look, you see at the market, and the carrots look beautiful. You want to do something with
See,
them. and there you
see,
go.
that's how the mind works. Now, how long do
So-
we let that kind of steep on the stove top?
Okay,
Put together?
yeah. So we're gonna mix everything together.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna bring it to a boil.
Okay.
Okay. And once it boils, we're gonna add the rosemary.
Gotcha.
Okay.
We're gonna boil it for 30 seconds once it hits the boil, just so that you dissolve the honey and the tamarind, everything mixes in nicely.
Okay. All right.
Okay. And then we're gonna add the rosemary and cover it.
Gotcha. That's when you let it
And you're
steep for a
gonna
while.
steep with the rosemary.
Gotcha.
Just to infuse that beautiful herbaceousness of the rosemary, but you don't want to boil it because you don't want to bring out the bitterness and the resins.
And do you take the rosemary out
Yes,
before
we
you put it?
strain the rosemary. We're done. Then we're going to place it in a blender and blend it.
Oh.
And nice and thick and beautiful frothy sauce.
And you could probably put that on a lot of different things.
Yes, you can. It goes great on chicken, fish, halibut, anything. You could even do vegetarian dishes, just carrots with it.
Okay.
You gave us some great tips already with the mayonnaise
Yeah.
and all sorts of things with the sauce. Now, what about some good grilling tips when it
Yeah,
comes to
fine.
scallops?
So a few grilling tips that are really important.
I'm gonna go over and start serving.
Will
it.
you?
All
Because
right,
you don't
you
want
can
those to
do
get
scallops.
turned into
Tips.
erasers, right?
There you go. That's right.
Scallops ready. So number one is a really clean grill.
Yep.
Number two is to always use lump charcoal. Organic, natural lump charcoal.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be organic, but natural lump charcoal. It burns hotter and the flavor is much better. A lot of the flavor comes when the juices drip off and the fumes come back up.
From the charcoal coming
Yes,
up in
the
there. is that right?
evaporations come back. So, oh, beautiful. Our scallops are looking
How
beautiful.
about this?
And don't
Now,
they
we're gonna
have
take
sort of wood chip infused charcoals? And
They
things
do.
like
They
that?
have
What do you
different
think of
ones. I
those?
think it's best just to put in a couple extra wood chips if you want that flavor.
Okay.
Now,
Now
you
we're
guys
gonna
have
drizzle
both
the
said that you
sauce.
don't want to let it go too long as far as the scallops go. So how do you know when it's the right time? When is it ready?
It's when it just has to heat through. You do not want to let it. You don't want to let it get rubbery. So it should just heat through, caramelize nicely. So it's about 2 minutes on one side and about 1 minute on the other side.
Okay.
Right,
Okay, that's
really
a good-
quick. And I know it
It's a
sounds
really
like
good-
a
and
small
then-
amount of time, but
That's
they
enough.
still cook as
We're
you
going to
take them
garnish
off,
this
you know?
lovely with some beautiful nasturtium
Look at
leaves.
this.
Right, these grow everywhere in California.
Beautiful.
Wild. And the flowers, and it's all edible and beautiful.
That's beautiful. Just
Awesome.
Look at
Oh
that,
my goodness.
everybody.
Okay, you ready?
Dig
There
in.
you
I'm
go.
ready.
Dig
All right.
in,
Thank
dig
you
in.
so
I'm gonna
much.
have a
Let's
little
do
bit
this.
too.
Get in here. This is
Absolutely,
delicious, and I
okay.
recommend you guys try this at home as well. For the full recipe, you can visit hallmarkchannel.com and you can connect with Josiah on all his social media platforms.